I know you're tired, okay? Make it really quick, but this is something that's really, really important to talk about here. Alright, so like most of you guys raised your hand that you want to play in the NBA. And what you have to do in order to play the NBA now is actually a rule that you have to play in college. So, does anyone know what college that Michael Jordan played for? Ooh. What is it, Arlie? Yeah, that's right, North Carolina. Michael Jordan, greatest basketball player of all time, started his basketball career at the University of North Carolina, which, as you guys maybe know, is one of the best basketball teams in the country. What I'm talking to us a little about is what does it mean to play in college? David and I both played college basketball. Justin, who was here yesterday, played college basketball. So what does that mean?
Sit down. I'll get it later.
Raise your hand if you know how many divisions there are in basketball, in college basketball. Yeah, Norman? 3, right. There's Division 1, which is what you guys see on TV. It's Duke, UNC,
North Carolina.
That is North Carolina.
Duke.
AU. Yeah?
AU? UK?
Yep.
University.
Exactly. All those places are Division 1. All those places are the top places to play college basketball. You can get really, really big scholarship money to play basketball there. But in order to play basketball at that level, to be on TV, to do all that kind of high-level stuff, it's really important that you not only work hard at basketball every day of the year, no matter whether it's snowing or raining or it's really hot out like it is today. And it also means that your grades have to be really good. You know, Duke is not only one of the best basketball teams in the country, they're also one of the best universities in the country. And people who go to Duke are very, very, very smart, hardworking individuals. Division 2 is a little different. Division 2 is a little bit lower of a level, but you also can get scholarship money there. So you also have to work really, really hard. And then the last division is Division 3, and that's where David and I play. Division 3 basketball is really cool because a lot of times they're smaller schools. So where David and I go to school, it's about 2,000 or so students that go to school there, and we both play basketball at those institutions, and we don't get any scholarship money for it, but we're recruited to play by the coaches, so you will, if you work really, really hard, it's an option, you'll get recruited, you can send your highlight tapes and things like that. The cool thing about playing in any of those divisions is that not only will you get a chance to play basketball against some of the best basketball players in the country, but you'll also get the chance to go places. So for example, my team, most recently we traveled to Costa Rica, they've traveled to Ireland, they've traveled all over the world to play basketball against other international teams. And another cool thing about it too is that not only if you play college basketball, not only do you have the option potentially to go to the NBA, play professionally in America, but you can also play professionally in other countries. So there's a lot of options, and you guys probably noticed this. Some of the girls on the team at the college down here are from the Bahamas, so they actually get a chance to play here as well. So there's just a lot of different opportunities. But what I really want to stress most is that college basketball is a really it's a goal that all of you guys could reach. If you really, really want to play basketball in college, it's very, very, very doable. It's very possible. The thing that you have to do though is you have to work hard all the time. You can ask David and myself, but basketball is a year-round commitment. And so the fact that you guys are out here today and you're working hard and you're here learning about the game of basketball and trying new things and improving your skills, that's the first step. What you have to do beyond here is to continue to work every day. Even if you don't have a lot of time, even if you just shoot around for 20 minutes or shoot 100 free throws, as long as you're working at your basketball every day and you're staying in school, it's the other big thing. College coaches don't want to see people who are not going to school, who have bad attitudes, who don't get good grades. They want people who are well-rounded individuals, not only good athletes. So I'm going to open it up right now because I think it's a pretty unique opportunity that you have. David, myself, Stephen, and Keith can all talk about playing basketball in college. You guys can ask questions about what it's like, things like that. Last week we got a couple of questions. So if anyone has questions about playing basketball in college, how to get recruited, what the process looks like, or even, the kind of workouts that we did to get to that level. If anyone has any questions, I would encourage you to ask. Yeah, Max. That's not funny.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What division is?
We're Division 3. Yep. Our school is in Pennsylvania, and we play against teams from, when we go to the national tournament, there's a national tournament for every division. So if we were to go to the national tournament, we play against teams from the West Coast, from California, from Wisconsin, past. We know we've actually played against other teams from Montana. So there's a lot of, no matter what division, you're always playing really high-level teams. Yeah, Lando.
Did you guys play Rocky Mountain College?
We haven't. My team personally hasn't. I don't know if that's a possibility. I know the men's basketball team at Dickinson this year, actually, we're a Division III school, but they played against a Division I school down in Virginia. So there's always different options to play schools in different divisions. Yeah, on my team, I think we have like 12 or 13 people every year on my team. The men's team's a little different. I don't know if you want to say anything about that, David. Usually it's closer to 16 or 17 on the men's team. There's so many good basketball players. We will have an NBA team right after this. What? We'll assign you guys. Are there any more questions about playing college basketball, guys?
No.
Guys, ask questions because this is a great opportunity that you don't get very often.
Deidre, what's your question? Do you have a question?
Who did you go to college out of these things?
David and I go to the same college, yep.
So David plays for the men's team at Dickinson College, and Christina plays for the women's team at Dickinson College. Alan, what's your question?
It's really fun. It's really cool because, in high school maybe around here you travel a bit more, but we've traveled like up to 6 hours to play a basketball game before. You're with your team the whole time, and you get to see some really, really different places. So you get to travel around the country.
Billy Sue, do you have a question about college basketball? What is it?
When you guys first get there, do you guys have to meet other people?
Yeah, we have to meet lots of people to meet our teammates.
You guys know all kinds of tricks?
Yeah, and we have to, you guys on your high school teams, on your high school teams, you guys might start your practices in October, November. We start practicing in August. We have to get to school early and start working out the second we get there. Yeah, Taylor. Everything that you guys are learning here are things that we do on our college team.
And we want to really stress that too, because a lot of the little things that you guys have been doing throughout the week might seem repetitive. You catch the ball, you hear triple threat 1,000 times, pump fake 1,000 times. But really, if you watch a real game of basketball and you watch good players, that's the stuff that they're working on all the time. They're just practicing it over and over and over and over.
Lando.
Your team, the women's basketball, David's team of the men's basketball play each other in the scrimmage games, who do you think will win?
Probably David's team because I'm just gonna say this: our team is very successful. We've been to the national tournament several times. We're usually one of the top 2 teams in our conference, which is really exciting, and we're one of the best conferences in the country. But there are some people that are on David's team that are over 7 feet tall, and that's just really ridiculous. So maybe not 7 feet. How tall is Matt Dolan?
6'6", 6'7".
So 6.5 feet tall.
Like my height.
Yeah.
One thing I wanted to talk about with that last question too, and while I'm talking, I expect that everyone's sitting up and that your eyes are on me, that you're paying attention, which it looks like most of you have been doing, Raphael, but everybody needs to be doing. One thing I want to talk about with that, the question was, who would win in a game between a men's and women's basketball team? The answer, quite honestly, is the men's team would win. But don't let that fool you, because a lot of times, women's basketball players work a lot harder because they know that maybe they're not as athletic as some of the men. And with the Division I, Division II, and Division III distinction, it's the same thing. People will think, well, David plays Division III. He's not as good as Michael Jordan. But the thing is, people at Division III have to work really, really hard, and they keep improving. So not just with basketball, but with life generally. I've heard people this week say, I'm fat, I'm not that fast, I'm slow, I'm not good at basketball. The way that you get better is you work. And sometimes, even if the result doesn't look as good, or David's never going to beat Michael Jordan in a game of 1-on-1, all that hard work is going to help him in everything else he does in life, all right? So keep in mind, guys, that whether you end up playing college basketball or not, the important thing is that you're working hard when you're playing basketball, and that you're working hard, Tyrell, with everything that you're doing, okay?
All right, Raphael, save your question. I personally have never